Make men want you. 5 things you can do to make any man want you. Love is hard and love can be brutal. Sometimes, we meet people that we feel are just meant for us. Every once in a while, you come across a person that makes you think, if only we were together, it would be like magic, and you get distraught because you discover the person of your dreams doesn't share your feelings. Some say that you just can't do anything about that, but I, on the other hand, say you can. I will present 5 tips for you to make men want you and have them eating out of the palm of your hand. Point 1. Provide no burden of happiness. If you want a man to want you, you need to make the man know that you are not totally dependent on him to make you happy. That's an awful lot of pressure to put on someone. It is often hard enough to make ourselves happy. The burden of another person's happiness is too heavy to carry. You need to show your man that you are capable of being happy whether he is in your life or not. Point 2. Prove your value. In order to make a man want you, you must first make him believe that having you in his life will improve the quality of it. He needs to know that you are of some value. An important lesson to learn is that, when you actively pursue a person romantically, you are lowering your value in the eyes of that person. It is human nature to think, when someone is pursuing us, that the pursuer is either desperate or lonely. Neither of which is very appealing. This is why the playing hard to get method has been so effective for decades. When someone is hard to get, it is naturally assumed that they are of greater value. Point 3. Make him think your time is precious. If you want to make a man want you, you are going to have to do something that may seem counterproductive to your ultimate goal. You're going to need to resist all urges to spend every waking moment in his presence. In order to increase your value to him, the time you spend with him will need to be scarce, as you need to make him know that you have a life and it does not revolve around him. If you have any knowledge about the male ego, you know that this is a terrific little trick. In his mind, the time you're not spending with him is time spent with another man. Competition. This will make him want you. Make him feel as if he must win you away from his competitor. He can't help it. Each time you get with him, he will appreciate it more because he knows that you have others lying in the weeds, waiting for him to fail so they can pounce on you. It may or may not be true, but when you're not available all of the time, the man you want will think this way. Again, he can't help it. Point 4. Give the phone a chance to recharge. I know you're crazy about the guy, but, for crying out loud, give the phone a break. Avoid calling him all day long. This will kill any attraction he has towards you. If you're already involved with him, it's okay to call him once or twice a day, but, if not, you want to avoid smothering him at all costs. Now, if you've obeyed the first 3 rules, he may call you 15 times a day. In this case, you are going to want to keep the conversations as brief as possible because, remember, your time is precious. It wouldn't be a bad idea to actually ignore some of his calls as well. This creates that awesome attraction builder called mystery. If you aren't there, at his every beck and call, he will wonder where you are, what you're doing and, most importantly, who you're doing it with. Mystery does awesome tricks with the imagination. Point 5. Occasionally lose interest. Again, this is another tactic that will play on the male ego. When a man feels as if someone of value is losing interest in him, he will do everything in his power to prove his worth to you. I realize that this particular rule is hard to follow, especially when your main goal is to make him want you, but, in order to get him to want you, you must first understand how the male ego works. The male ego is a pretty powerful tool that you can use to get what you want. It controls men to unbelievable lengths, and if you really want to make him want you, you are going to need to take full advantage of the edge it gives you. When you do it properly, in the end, he will think that you being together was his idea and desire all along and will appreciate you more than you will ever realize.